Hello strategy gaming enthusiasts, my name is AlzaboHD, and in today's video we are going to cover the most interesting hidden characters in CK3. These secret sovereigns hail from curious circumstances, rare religions, and historic notoriety, and in this guide we will uncover how to unlock their confidential potential for your next campaign in Crusader Kings 3. Starting off our list of hidden humans is Count Otger of Spreewall and the 1066 starting date. This Count of Ill Fate is an Easter egg character promoted in the game launcher and launch trailers of CK3, and his story is a tragedy. You see, his baby brother was murdered by his rival and neighboring ruler Count Jacob, and your first goal should be to bear down and finish his family feud. Our protagonist starts his campaign on the periphery of Christendom, Germanic Europe, and the HRE, which allows Otger to convert to Palabian for free. This pole position will afford you Cony, the strongest men-at-arms in the entire game, and if you want to claim a new religion, you can convert to Slovianska paganism. Otger the Obscure can be reborn as the new Kaiser of Germany, or push east to bring Poland into space. Nested deep within the secluded Isles of Socotra is Emir Denha, one of the only Nestorian rulers in the 867 starting date, and the 9th most interesting secret start in CK3. Interestingly, this Yemeni is head of a single county duchy, Yabahalalala, and with only one son, this island boy is the only Nestorian in thousands of kilometers. This isolated Emir must survive and thrive in hostile territory, and you can spread the good word of the Holy Ghost coast to coast and attempt to convert Africa, Arabia, and India to GODD. By the fire of faith, Nestorians consider Eastern religions tolerable and are in turn accepted, and a fun Socotran campaign is to yeet our Yabahalalalas into India. Shabbat Shalom, and welcome to the Black Sea, home of the diasporic Israeli Count Benjamin of Tumutarakan. In 867 AD, this guy is the only landed rabbi in the entire world and belongs to the unique sect of Radhanite Rabbinism. His liege, the Great Kagan of Khazaria, is also Jewish, but as a Khazarite, nothing will stop him from stripping you of your lands as you're not the right brand. Benjamin's Radhanite culture is deceptively overpowered, with quite possibly the best traditions in the entire game. His highly rare diasporic trait grants an extra language, 2 permanent stat boosts, no negative opinion, and an exceptional plus 20% to his diplomatic range. When you combine this with his egalitarian ethos and xenophilic tenet, you'll have plus 70% cultural acceptance with all cultures, which will allow you to hybridize any culture instantly, and the extra diplo range means you can migrate to anywhere in the world. But there's only one place that will give us flavor, the land of milk and honey. As a Jew, you can reclaim Jerusalem, restore the rabbinic high priesthood, and reforge the nation of Israel by decision. Inbreeding his way into Switzerland is Count Werner of Agel, the first and only Habsburg character playable in CK3. This scion of the Qin dynasty starts his campaign with 2 spawnlings, one sister sibling and a non-related wife. As EU4 players know, this family of fecund sister wives and cousin cuddlers eventually rules Austria and the HRE, and in CK3 they're already noteworthy. Before this dynasty historically succeeds and outbreeds their contemporaries, you can kill it with fire or follow your heart's desire. Werner's Swabian culture is industrious, which gives you a powerful boost to your domain's development, and you can use diplomacy and outbreeding to peacefully and politically expand and follow your destiny. On this channel, we've followed a more embellished history, and if you want to see this family slither into genetic impurity, you should check out our CK3 Habsburg campaign. But while some dynasties are getting started, the descendants of Charlemagne are about to be discarded. In 1066 AD, Count Herbert of Vermandois is the last landed carling of his falling family, and in history he would bend the knee and lose his lands to the Capetian dynasty. This 34-year-old French Catholic count is cursed to live near Belgium, chez les Ch'tis, and the border of the HRE, has barely any soldiers to expand, and the neighboring lands have far more soldiers in hand. Hope is not lost, and if you convert your offspring into alliances, you can use foreign friends to reclaim the lands of your ancestors. If you want to succeed, you should consider the shadows, and a good idea is to force yourself onto Philippe's council before snuffing the rooster. On the topic of good ideas, this video is sponsored by NordVPN. Browsing the internet without a VPN is like playing CK3 without a spy master. You're going to get cucked by viruses and claimed by cookies. NordVPN is the fastest VPN on the planet and secures your PC by allowing you to game and browse the internet privately and securely. The intrigue skill of Nord is so high that no foreign plot will ever compromise your quartz connection, and when you want to stream movies or TV, you can swap your IP easily to browse new content in other regions and realms. There's Nord going back, with included threat protection, data leak safeguards, and dedicated IP, and you can download NordVPN today, risk-free, with their 30-day money-back guarantee. Secure your court and support the channel today by going to nordvpn.com/AlzaboHD and receive a free gift via the link in the description box below. Back to the show, it's time to travel to Anatolia and showcase Count Galgic Brugatatatuni in 1066 AD. This former Armenian king and exile was historically the victim of Byzantine treachery and stripped of his crown and left to languish in Lycandus. To make matters worse, the Seljuks start at war with the goal of taking your homeland, and you'll have to protect the land with only 400 bannermen to bring the Seljuk system of a down. Being Armenian is playing life on hard mode, but at least your daughter starts betrothed to the heir of Georgia, and you still have a permanent claim to the land of your name. Galgic is perfectly posed for a redemption arc, and if you're able to strangle the bastard Byzantines and sneaky Seljuks, you can opt to restore Greater Armenia via decision. By 867 AD, Islam has Iran over Persia, but the brave Rostam of Mazandaran refuses to leave the fire temples of Zarathustra. This 22-year-old is guaranteed to be a diligent and just skilled tactician, and is one of only 3 Zoroastrian rulers in the entire game. With double the soldiers of his brothers, Rostam controls 3 counties, and with enough seed to secure strong allies, our Persian protagonist can easily wrest independence from his Muslim masters. But even if you're able to secure sovereignty, you'll still be surrounded by Saracens on all sides. As the avatar of Ahura Mazda, your goal is thus threefold: eliminate the Islamic invaders, restore the High Priesthood, and become the Sociant of the Persian Empire. Shaking his way up the mountain is Sheikh Ishaq of Baalbek, a 16-year-old teenager that appears in the 1066 starting date. This sheikh's secret is that he's actually Druze, a syncretic and secretive faith that's the rarest in game and only appears with this Emir. Although the game categorizes Druze as a form of Islam, it's actually a combination of Buddhism, Christianity, Zoroastrianism, and everything else, which means that you're a jack of all hate and pastor of none. If your definition of fun is pain and suffering, you can count on this count, as he lays claim over the borderlands of the 3 empires of Byzantium, the Fatimid Caliphate, and the Seljuk Sultanate. If you can persist in spite of this twist, the Druze religion grants rare bonuses to learning, conversion resistance, believes in no bastards, and openly accepts felling the branches of your family tree. Castaway onto number 2 on our list of confidential crew is Karan Guanarame of Oisín in the 867 starting date. This pyromaniacal island boy literally worships volcanoes, sacrifices captives in said volcanoes, and erects massive slabs, making his unreformed and unusual religion one of the most metal of the medieval world. This baron of broccoli cuts can zoom his way to religious reformation, as he already possesses one holy site, while the other 2 are an island away and in Spain's sway. In addition to being able to form the easiest religion in the entire game, Mr. Guanarame can easily form the Canarias Kingdom, which itself is one of the rarest nations to appear in CK3. When you're done throwing Vasconians into volcanoes, you can commit self-righteous unalive for no cost to your piety, and that's pretty hardcore. At last, we've made it to the top of our list, and our final fabled character is as interesting as he is a challenge to play. This prince and Duke of Sweden is a brave, zealous bastard who stubbornly clings to the pagan faith of his ancestors in 1066 AD. Unfortunately for this heathen of Sweden, the Vikings of old answer the knocking on their door and let J-Man into their home, and with only 13 counties still professing the old ways, this crazed character will have to brave crusades and holy wars to restore at least 3 pagan holy sites to relight his old faith. Your king and nephew absolutely hates you, so you'll have to pay the troll toll of taxation to secure yourself a religious exemption. Otherwise, Eric too will take your titles and yeet you to Valhalla. As a member of House Munso, our pagan protagonist starts with a claim on the Kingdom of Sweden, but his heathen religion will prevent alliances, and you're no match for your nephew. Thankfully, you do start with the capital of Sigtuna and the holy site and special temple of Uppsala, so it's up to you whether you'll opt for the sword or opt for a diplomatic solution to end Asatru persecution and restore the Norse religion to the Sons of Skyrim. Before ending the video, I'd like to briefly mention some of my other top picks for most interesting characters that couldn't quite make the cut. All of these honorable mentions are already covered in our top 10 playlists for CK3, and you can see them yourself by clicking the card at the top right of your screen. But if you'd like a quick recap, no cap, you should check out Dyer the Stranger of Kiev in 867 for a genius Norse Viking, Count Heistein of Montaigu in 867 for a near-immortal raiding legend, Muniz of Acre in 867, who is a eunuch and can only spread his seed through a specific sort of cheese, check out his campaign here, and Ivar the Boneless of 867 that starts off invading Britain with a heathen army. There are many unique characters in the world of CK3, and I try not to repeat them in my top 10 lists. But if I missed anyone today, kindly find your way down to the comment box below and let me know which characters to show in future videos. I'd like to thank you, the Alzabo crew, for watching this far and supporting the YouTube algorithm. If you'd like to see more content and want to help the court of this channel grow, I'd also suggest fabricating a claim on the like button, usurping the subscription box, and letting me know what content you'd like to see in the future. This video was made in partnership with NordVPN, and if you'd like to learn more, I invite you to check out the link in the description box below. If you want to send a tithe of ducats, consider donating to our Patreon or donating basic attention tokens to AlzaboHD through the Brave browser. Stay tuned in a few days for even more CK3 content, and until then, it's time to roll the credits.